our top 5 finalists for this year's competition. May you have the envelope, please. Rosanians, are you ready? The first spot belongs to Ginoong Makabling Kenneth Baybayon. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the final hurdle of the competition this evening. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our final question and answer round. We shall be asking our candidates the same question, so there will only be one final question for the top 5 finalists. This will be read twice, and our finalist can answer it in the language of his choice. So we'll be calling the first finalist, and while he's answering this question, headphones will be given to ensure that they will not hear the common question. May I have the question, please? Thank you very much, Ginoong Santa Rosa. I have here the sealed envelope containing our final question. Let's begin with Ginoong Makabling Kenneth Baybayon. Alright, before we ask Kenneth the final question, let's check if the boys can hear me. Gentlemen, can you hear me? There's a winner now. Alright, they're probably partying in there. Hello, Kenneth?
Hello, thank you very much.
I'll be reading the question twice. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here is the question. It is believed that change change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change? Again, it is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change?
Thank you very much for that question. Me as a Ginoong, personally, I really do believe in that notion that change is constant. Like death and time, you can never run away from it. And I highly empathize towards those people who are really afraid of change. I've been through in your place as well. And let's be honest, change is really scary because change is unpredictable. Sometimes life will give you a change that you didn't expect, or most of the time you won't expect it at all. And always remember, sometimes life will give you a beautiful change, but sometimes life will give you a worse change. But as a Ginoon, that is what I wanted everyone to learn. I will be an advocate for them to have faith. Always remember that change will always be inevitable. Again, you can never run away from it. But there is always this one transcendent being, this high being above change, and that is God. And no matter what kind of change you face in life, beautiful or not, God will never change. His love will be the same, His guidance will be the same, and everything will work together for good as long as you believe in Him. And He will erase all of your doubts, all of your fears, in regards with the changes that you're going to face in your life. Because God knows in change, we learn. In change, we grow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ginoong 11, Kenneth Baymayor. Now let's have Ginoong 1, JD Legon, representing Kanluran. Hello, JD. I will be reading the question twice. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here is the question. It is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change? It is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in this world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change?
Yes, I agree. I believe that one certain thing in this world is change. Because change is inevitable. And as an individual, I can advocate the people in a community who doesn't accept change by sharing my experiences, my perspective, so that they can open up their mind in the reality that we face. What we need to do is to accept that our world is constantly evolving as the time goes by. Let us bear in our minds that we should always look back to where we came from. Just like our city of Santa Rosa, from being a humble barrio, focusing on agriculture and fishery, Santa Rosa has transformed into a highly industrialized city that still goes back to its roots, preserving the culture and the tradition to its meaningful efforts like Kayan Festival that celebrates the hard work of every Roseñans. And with that, we can say that change is acceptable. It will be instrumental for me as a Ginoong and for us as a Roseñans to see that there is nothing wrong in accepting changes. Because a community that values change is a community that can be reached for frontiers of success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ginoong 1, JD Legon from Kanluran. Now let's call in Ginoong 4, Jairo Licino, representing Santo Domingo. Hello, Ira. I will be reading the question twice. Are you ready?
Yes po, I'm ready.
The question is, it is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change? Again, it is believed that change is the only constant and permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change?
Naniniwala po ako na ang pagbabago ay nagsisimula sa ating sarili. At naniniwala po ako na kung tayo mag-educate ng ating sarili at ang ating kapwa-tao at bilang isang Ginoo, ako mismo ang magsisimula ng isang revolusyonaryong pagbabago patungo sa ating patunlad ng ating bayan. Ayun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Ginoo for Iro Olipino. Now let's hear it from Ginoo 14, Daryl Ligalino. Hello, Daryl. I will be reading the question twice. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
The final question is, it is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change? Again, it is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change?
Thank you so much. One that is constant since the beginning of time is change. When do we say change is not constant? It is when we reject full potential of oneself. Ako po, bilang isang Ginoo ngayon na nasa inyong harapan, nais ko pong isang maging magandang halimbawa. Dahil noong nakalipas na isang dekada o 10 years ago, ako po ay takot na humarap sa maraming tao. Dahil kulang po ako sa kumpiyansa sa sarili. Pero dahil sa Ginoong Santa Rosa, ako po ngayon ay isang Ginoo na hindi lamang magaling sa salita, kundi may pusong mapagmahal at isipang matalino at may panindigan sa gawa. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ginoo 14, Daddy Ligalino. And our final Ginoo is Ginoo 13, Prince Legaspi from Bohol. Hello, Prince. I will be reading the question twice. Are you ready?
Always ready.
The question is, it is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in this world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change? Again, it is believed that change is the only constant or permanent thing in our world. How would you advocate for change in a society who refuses to acknowledge change?
Thank you. I believe that there's nothing wrong in modernization, but what people need to understand that they need more understanding and time to accept change. As a Ginoong Santa Rosa, if we can learn to listen to the people's sentiment about change, and if we are patient enough to introduce change one step at a time, then we can probably accept change. Because at the end of the day, when we accept change, when we introduce change to the people that is loving and people who is genuine, we can promote effectively change to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ginoo 13. And that, ladies and gentlemen, closes the competition tonight. We are just few minutes away from crowning the next Ginoong Santa Rosa 2023. We will be right back.